Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Jamie Welch here again for ORU. We're doing our video on this section is confession, and it's been pretty awesome. You really don't hear too many people talking about uh, this whole topic, confession. I think it's really good. I love the reading. I've still got a lot of videos I have to watch. I'm going to try not to ramble because we have 3 to 5 minutes, and it's hard for me to do that. Uh, so, I'm to tell a few reasons why we avoid public confession. One of them, obviously, to me, would be kind of like a common sense thing, is embarrassment or shame. Uh, I'll just speak for myself. I know that I did a lot of stuff back, like whenever I was in my band, touring the country. I did a lot of things that I'm not proud to admit that I did. Um, and not even then, just throughout my entire life, I did a lot of things that I could go back and just slap myself for. So uh, publicly admitting that is definitely kind of shameful and can be embarrassing to some people. I really don't get embarrassed too much, but so it's really more of a shame kind of thing. But although I know that's what the enemy likes to throw in people's faces, he likes to shame you and make you feel ashamed, and that's definitely not what Jesus was. That's not what he wanted. But still, all in all, it's definitely one point would be to be embarrassed or ashamed. Um, Two, again, speaking for myself, I'm a youth pastor. And we deal with teens, so they go through all of the things that the teens face daily that we all did as whenever we were teens. And some of the things I did back in those days were very my testimony is pretty explicit, so it's kind of tough setting down for me to talk to some of the kids because our youth goes from like ages 12 to 18. So without going into many details, it's a lot easier to talk to an 18-year-old about certain topics than it is a 12-year-old. So that's kind of a another point. It's kind of tough to talk about things or give my testimony to in detail with a 12-year-old than it is like it is with an 18-year-old. I'm hoping that makes sense. That will be another point. Is I guess it would be to be careful uh, with who you're talking to. You really don't want to just blabber out things that to a 12, 13-year old, and they run to their mama, hey, Pastor Jamie did this, like. So we have to be careful. But I do give my testimony to them. I kind of like a broad spectrum one for the younger ones. Um, and it's really, really helped them. And my wife pretty much has the same testimony. So it's really helped a lot. We've seen a lot of deliverances and a lot of salvation. So it's pretty cool. Uh, who would I confess with ease? That's pretty easy for me. I'm married, and I feel like I can go to my wife about anything. When we first got married, she met me in a band, so she knew kind of the life that I lived, but it was still kind of, I guess, nerve wracking. I guess maybe to go into the details of some of the things that I had to confess to her, and like. But right now, today, if I'm dealing with something, or I'm constantly being tempted with something, or if I ever get to where I feel like I'm falling into temptation, I'm going to run to my wife because she's my helpmate. I know that she'll stop right then and there, and she'll pray for me and fast. We're big believers in fasting. And my pastor, he's another one that I know, me and him are really good friends, and I know that he would go to spiritual warfare for me right now. So those are two people that I would really, really comfortably go to with ease to confess. Last one is, does confession hold a regular part of my spiritual walk? Absolutely. I think that, I mean, the Bible tells us that it should. Like I said, excuse me, if I feel like I'm being tempted over and over and over with something, I'm going to go to my wife, like, hey, baby, I need you to pray for this. Like, for some reason, the devil's throwing this in my face, bringing up my past, or hitting me with a new one or something. That's the beauty of being married. I know not everybody is, but I have a very, my wife is awesome. She prays, she preaches, she's a pastor too, right alongside with me. So, yes, to answer the question, confession definitely plays a regular part in our everyday life. I don't have to go to her every single day, like some other religions and our denomination teaches them. But if something comes up, you better believe I'm going to go to my wife and tell her, hey, babe, I need you to step up to bat for me, because I know she will. I love you guys. I can't wait to watch y'all's videos, and just praying for y'all to have a good remaining year. Love y'all.